Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond Textbooks. I am your host, Aliza Naqvi, and today we have quite an interesting personality in conversation. He is the nationwide position holder for financial reporting and has been quite a good student throughout his ACCA journey. But the interesting part about him is that he is someone who thinks out of the box and he is a freelancer as well. So we're going to get to know him and his journey. Please, a very warm welcome to Qudrat Ullah.
Walaikum salam.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Qudratullah, how is life these days?
Life is it's satisfying
Okay. Are you
because
satisfied right now?
yes, because satisfied in the sense because I am doing what I wanted to do. There is no control over me.
Okay. So, who is Qudratullah? If I ask you to define Qudratullah in a word, who is he?
A person who doesn't like the boundaries and limits.
Okay. So, there's no limit to you. Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Whatever I say, it's huge and uh, it's it's a big like most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. Take care. A little about, let's start with your journey at Tabani's.
Yeah, it was 21st October 2020, 2019 when I started my SCCA journey, and it was FA1 class, FA1, yeah, it's financial accounting. So and taught by Sir Sajad, one of the greatest teacher, because he provided me with the best foundation for the whole journey.
Yeah. तो स्टार्टिंग से आपका माइंडसेट था कि आपने एसीसीए ही करना है या वो थोड़ा क्लाउडेड था?
Yeah, honestly speaking, I before starting SCCA or uh, uh, before in like before coming to SCCA, uh, I didn't know about anything about accountancy career.
Okay. Okay.
So that if there is anything, if, even in intermediate, I was a pre-engineering student. And my mindset was about doing engineering.
Okay. तो फिर ये switch कैसे आया?
So honestly, a kind of desi environment, and someone asked me to do CA because it's financially rewarding and lucrative. So, when I googled CA, so in the first top results was SECA, and when I clicked the link, and I was more intrigued by the opportunities and the way ACCA is. So I decided that I will do SECA rather than
ठीक है.
CA.
Okay. तो फिर इस तरह से चलते चलते you got a nationwide position in financial reporting.
Yeah, it wasn't like intentional, or because for example, previously I had marks higher than 92 in F7. I had 92 and the position, but before that I had more higher score higher than that, but there wasn't any position. So and it was quite like accidental, or I don't know how.
Okay. So what advice do you usually give to students if somebody comes up to you and asks you that how you got that position and how you prepared your schedule or how you studied, any tips and tricks here and there. So what would you suggest?
So my greatest or I can say secret sauce is that I always targeted 100%, that I have to prepare myself for 100%, and whatever is provided, it wasn't about like from the perspective of position. It is about understanding whatever is in the material. You have to understand it theoretically and practically as well. What are the practical applications? So and you have to prepare for the worst possible exam.
Okay.
And in that, when you prepare for yourself for the worst possible exam, your score will automatically be the best possible. So this is the small my secret sauce.
Okay, so you think of the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, so you have to prepare yourself for the worst possible.
Okay, ठीक है. And moving forward, after you were done with your ACCA, what were some of the things that you were looking into? Like, were you applying to different firms or different banks? And like the moment you qualified, what was your opinion about working and where did you apply? Where did you land your first job?
So even before the completion of my ACCA, I had this 9 to 5 job in a private bank, and right after uh, I got admission. I got position in December 2022, and then I had two exams in F8 and F9, and right now. Right during this whole process, I was applying, and I got this opportunity of a bank. So I applied, and honestly, it wasn't about like I wanted to be a banker or something. Like it was just about financial, because I needed that, and you have to support your education and etc etc. So my perspective was that, so I applied that, and uh, I got interview call, and unfortunately my interview was on the day I had exam of F8.
Okay.
So I emailed them that I cannot attend it, and you have to reschedule it. So, and which they never responded, but they rescheduled it, and I got to know about that once I was done with my exams. But so and fortunately I was like I went through all the process of interviews, and I got into HPL, and that's how. But I never applied to anywhere else. uh,
You didn't consider applying in firms?
no, never, because I never wanted to be an auditor, because honestly maybe because I don't like the job of auditor.
Okay.
So I thought I was in banking, and then previously I was in finance function, and that's what I wanted. But with the passage of time, it was kind of monotonous job, and back office. So then I tried switching to investment banking, and I went to there, but uh, even I didn't like that, so I just resigned it.
Okay.
From on 9th June 2023 was my last day in 9 to 5, and it
Okay.
is going to be the last day.
Hopefully, hopefully. Now, coming towards the fact which stands out, you have never wanted to do 9 to 5, is that correct?
Yes, I never wanted to do 9 to 5.
Okay, so how did you create that opportunity for yourself where you would be able to do something else and make use of your ACCA as well, and at the same time not do something which is so traditionally renowned for people who do ACCA?
uh, uh, I'm not like very privileged. I am privileged, but I do not have so many financial resources to start a conventional business. So, but there was something called freelancing, and there is a uh, department of government, DG skills, and when there is there is a time period in my life, like after college and starting SCCA, there was time period I was free at home. I couldn't start SCCA because of the family problems, and but in that time I used to read newspapers, so many,
Okay.
Dawn.com especially. So in that I read about the advertisement of DG skills, and that time I came to know about the freelancing. There is something called freelancing, and I enrolled into that in 2018, well before
ACCA.
SCCA. So but I never went into that because I never felt the urge of doing that, and I did not even have the proper computer, or there was just a simple phone on which I used to listen these lectures. But there was I knew about freelancing. So and even during SEC I tried starting, but I couldn't. So there was when I was like frustrated with 9 to 5. So I did not have anything. I did not have finances to start a conventional business, and but I had laptop.
Okay.
So I thought I have laptop, I have internet, I can start freelancing from there. So I just resigned. I
So
said
you had a backup plan when you resigned.
no. It was just I will do this.
Okay, it wasn't like properly structured.
It wasn't a structure.
Okay.
I just resigned on 8th, and I go 9th June was my last day. On the 10th, I started doing work, and like even taking enrolling into the DG skills properly. I enrolled into and went through the trainings. It is everything is free, and then I took the trainings of a lot of accounting softwares. A few of them are QuickBooks Zero, and there are other accounting softwares like Odoo, and even I went into the SAP as well. So that's after that I started journey of freelancing, but there was a setback in. I started with Fiverr, but
Okay.
they suspended me,
Okay, why?
because according to them that I had violated their policies, terms of service, but they never specify what I was violating,
Okay.
and I never got any project on that, and uh, it was just it was just like just it was just a experience, or I used to improve my profile and learning things,
Yeah.
but I never got any project on Fiverr. Then I started working on Upwork. I made profile on 3rd September 2023, and but I never got a project until 2022 22nd November 2023, and
Okay.
that's when I got my first project. And after sending 58 proposals, I got my first project, and it was like yeah, the best of all worlds. So it was first project, and for it was $20 project, and I had to work for 20 hours. It was like very frustrating, but I thought this is the process, and I have to go through, because there is no way. I literally had told my, and even I wrote the wall of my room that there is no way, like I'm not going to do 9 to 5. This is painful, but that is even more painful for me, because I cannot uh,
And you have to start somewhere, even if it was $20 or 20 hours,
yeah.
you have to start.
So I started, but I delivered that project, and I then again I never got any other project until the end of December, and then it was a good project, and it was the end of December, and then that client is just still with me. It's a huge project. It's a long term project, and right after the start of very first Jan 2024, I got my third project, and the Jan 2024 was the best month. I break all the records, and it was huge.
So it is a time taking process.
It is.
And you have to learn a lot of things. You have to learn how to approach to clients and what trainings you have to do. So you have to invest a lot of time and effort into
Yeah,
it.
but because of being naive, I just started before even doing any kind of research. I started taking the courses of QuickBooks Zero and or do like, but I have literally never provided those services.
Really?
Yes, I am certified advisor of QuickBooks, certified advisor of Zero, and but I have never provided those services, because market is saturated. And during this process, I had to learn those services which were where the supply wasn't supply of the service provided wasn't as high. So I got the chance. I learned something on YouTube, and they're providing those services, and this is where the things kick in.
Okay. Okay. So this is like you went straight into the courses, you started doing trainings, and then didn't fulfill what was required. So what advice would you give to students who are similar to what you think? They don't want to opt for a 9 to 5, and even if they do, it is for a certain time period. It's not like a lifelong goal for them. So what advice would you give to those students who want to do freelancing, and how can they relate freelancing to ACCA?
Basically, the thing is, they have to learn the things before resignation or before the end of their ACCA. If they are doing ACCA, they should enroll or sign up to DJ Skills. It's 100% free. I have literally never spent anything on learning freelancing. It's totally free, so they have to sign up. They have to take trainings. Everything is free. They can learn practical skills. Even they are also teaching QuickBooks, but I do not recommend, because Intuit, the developer of QuickBooks, is providing better training, so you have to take those trainings from there. So you have to sign up on DigiSkills, learn freelancing, and then learn practical skills, develop a portfolio, take the dummy data. There is a huge amount of data available on like anywhere. So according to their services, build portfolio, and then go to the platforms and provide services.
Okay.
So my process was a bit difficult, because I just resigned from 9 to 5, and before any planning and before having anything, but now they have the leadership. Like I can guide, and I do guide. I have provided these, like I do share this stuff on my profiles.
Okay. So, what is the process of approaching a client?
So I call freelancing, I call it's a business. It's a mini business. It's a small business, freelance business. It's a you have to run the sales department. You have to run the
Yes.
marketing, execution,
It's a
after
one-man
sales
show.
service, and even finance department as well. You have to manage the finance, because there are expenses. I had to pay the expenses even before I got any project. So it's a whole it's not something which I can just share, and because it's for example, if we talk about the Upwork, there are three ways of you can actually approach. You cannot approach the client. They post the job and you have to bid, and there are like hundreds or maybe thousands or millions of freelancers who not all are going to be in your niche. Your niche will be maybe 10,000 maximum, maybe. But the freelance community, even on Upwork, there are like hundreds of thousands, but in different fields. So client posts the job, and you have to bid. This is the conventional.
Okay.
The second part is that is bit a Fiverr way of doing. Like you create a store, make a portfolio, and it's like a conventional shop. You open the shop and put the products, and then customers visit to you, but in digital world.
Yeah.
So you create a profile, you explain what are you going to sell, and then you add the samples, what are like how the product actually will look like. You can create videos, images, and PDF files of that, and put those on the profile, and then client.
Reaches out.
And there is not one shop. Your profile is not the one shop. There is your profile is a shop, but that's not the only shop. And the client has the literally hundreds of thousands. Like they have a lot of options. They can choose from anywhere. So if they come to you and purchase your services, so they just purchase your, and they define their requirements, and honestly, because I never got any project on Fiverr, so I don't have any experience of that thing. But Upwork has the same feature. They call it Fiverr calls it gig, and Upwork calls it project catalog. And the philosophy and the same thing. The thing is same. The model is same. So clients visits your profile, purchases services, puts the funds in the escrow, defines their specific requirements, and then you start working. And once you deliver, if there are any revisions, and then you get paid. But it's not that much easy. The third way is client messaging you directly.
Okay.
Once you get 1 to 2 projects, you deliver so well, like with 5-star rating, and then algorithms start to promote your profile. And then whenever clients search for example, in my niche, clients write, I want a financial model. They write the financial model in the search bar, and then there will be profile of Qudrat Ullah.
Okay.
So if I am providing good services, so because Upwork wants to make money, and the way they can make money is when the freelancers are providing good services. So, and this is what the clients are attracted to. So it's a cycle.
Okay.
So if you provide good service, you get good reviews. Upwork promotes, and Upwork algorithm promotes you.
Okay, wonderful. So, are you satisfied with where you are today? When you left that job at the private bank and
Yes,
today where you are you satisfied with how things are going?
yes, I am more than satisfied.
Okay. I would like you to mention one strength and one weakness that you've had throughout the way. Like if you could think of one strength that Qudrat Ullah has and one weakness and how you overcome that weakness, what would that be?
Weakness is my impatience.
Okay.
I literally, even after resignation, there was there is another twist which I have missed. But even at the back of mind, I wasn't into it. That I was applying to the job. Even there are a few firms which are providing those services which I am providing, and even I applied to those because I wasn't getting clients, and they never, a few of them never got back. And one of them got back, and went through the whole process of interviews, but they rejected me, and I am grateful to them that they rejected me because now I have got something big. So and once they rejected me, so I asked myself, what the heck I am doing?
Okay.
This is not why I resigned from HBL, and so if I resign from there, why I am doing this? And then I made a like a wallpaper of my own on, and put out the wallpaper of my phone on the wall of my room,
Okay.
that there is no way back.
There's no way back.
There is no way back. And like the people in my surrounding, why are you stressing yourself? So my impatience that
Okay.
impatience that
That is a
I
weakness.
want things to happen now.
Oh, okay.
So this is the problems, and the strength is there is still a part of resilience that I sent 50 plus proposals, but I didn't got a single project, but I still kept trying. And literally, I got my first project in November, and after that, there was the gap of 1 month, and I didn't got a second project. But the thing, I had developed a habit of sending one proposal every day, and one day I was like, why I am doing I was literally asking, questioning my sanity, why I took this step of resignation. Am I a sane person? So but even on that same day, I sent a proposal.
So you kept going throughout.
Even on that day, and that day I got my second project, and still I have got this second client. This is a huge project, so there is a factor of resilience as well. So yeah. uh, but I have there is a book called Shoe Dog, and but unfortunately, I knew about that book, but I got my hands on to this book after resignation from 9 to 5. So if I had got hands on to that book, I might not have chosen, because the book is about the journey of the Nike. It is written by the Philip Knight, and the founder of Nike, and he explains everything. He literally started his journey by purchasing a few pairs of shoes from manufacturers in Japan of $50. And
Okay.
today the Nike is 150 to 200 billion dollar company. It's ruling the
Yeah.
world. So this is where, and he has explained everything, how painful the journey was. This is where I learned that if I have chosen this path, these are the features, these are the characteristics, I have to accept these as well. So this is where I learned the patience.
And it's going to be a painful journey as well, but it's going to be fruitful in the end.
Yeah, initially it is very painful, and even today, if I am standing over here, it's not the end. I can be slapped with lots of huge failures. My account can be banned, and things can
So many things
and
can
yeah,
happen.
it's not the end.
It is not the end, definitely. So these people, like you talked about Elon Musk behind the camera when we were talking, and now you've spoken about Nike as well. So these people have been kind of your motivation to move forward and to create opportunities rather than finding one yourself?
The greatest of them is Steve Jobs, and
Okay.
literally, there is a speech. He has the. If you search the greatest speech, and you will find the speech by Steve Jobs. It was a speech at Stanford commencement in 2006, I think, and it is the best speech in the world. And if you watch it, there are three lessons, and it helped me. Literally, it helped me to resign.
What are the three lessons?
The third lesson is first is you can only connect the dot by looking backward, not forward. So, for example, if I take a decision today, no one knows if the decision is good or bad. It will on. So the day I resigned, my friends were like, "This is the most foolish thing to do." So,
Yeah.
but the same friends, the same colleagues are coming to me. How did you do? Please provide us tips. So this is about the connecting the dots. The second lesson is, uh, do not settle. Work is gonna fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to love what you do, and the only way to do, it's a to do the only way to love what you great work, and it is about. And he says the main thing is that if you haven't found that work or that thing, don't settle, keep looking, and don't settle. So this is the second, and the third is about the life, that it is about that, the most important thing. So we have a lot of fears in life, the fear of failure, the fear of embarrassment, and log kya kahenge things, ठीक है. So you don't have to be, and all these you don't have to worry about these fears, because everything just fall away in the face of death. Once you are dead, you are dead. There is no way, like there.
There's nothing left.
Yeah, everything just goes away with you. So you don't have to worry about anything, any failure, any embarrassment, because it's just your life, and you have to face the death. And that's the third. And the fourth is that is not his own. He read it somewhere else. It's a whole earth catalog, which was in 90s, and it was that when they were publishing the last edition, and on the back cover of that thing was, stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay hungry,
Okay.
stay foolish.
I like that.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. These are the like, and these are like the defining things.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think that is apparently people have that fear of being foolish. People have that fear of thinking out of the box, and they have that fear of maybe not being too much or being too less. And I feel like being true to yourself is definitely something that is fruitful, and it fulfills your existence and your purpose in life. So stay hungry, stay foolish is
Yes.
definitely
I am the foolish
the
person.
you need to be completely yourself, and that
Yeah,
is okay.
yeah. There is a quote where I am these days working, kind of my office. So they have a on wall. They have a picture of a quote from Jeff Bezos, which says, "If you don't want to be criticized, don't do anything new."
Hmm.
And above all, the most important thing is my uncle. He taught me in the very early days that at least think big in life. Think big in life, and which I couldn't understand at that time. But with the passage of time, I realized what does it mean when you just start thinking big, and things start to happen. And there are a lot of books uh, which have re-emphasized the same statement, the Alchemist book, and the Think, Grow and Rich. And it is not just about the money. There are a lot of other, and the book that the subconscious of the power of your subconscious mind. So the most important lesson was from my uncle, and then there are the rest
And
of
then
it.
things keep on adding to it.
Yeah.
Like that was just the foundation to think
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
And then things kept on adding and adding, and that is what has led you to be today. Like this is the person you are today, and it is because of all of these things. It led you to who you are. And I think this is a wonderful note to end the podcast. Thank you so much, Qudrat Ullah, for your time and for all of your Crazy, all over the place ideas. We have had a wonderful time, and stay hungry, stay foolish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay
Okay.
hungry, stay foolish.
Definitely.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, everyone. That is all for today. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Till then, stay tuned and think big.